We've just received updates to the 6.3 banner lineup, so let's take a look to see if this is going to affect your guys' pulling, or if there's actually some better characters here that you'd prefer to pull for. We're also going to get into kits regarding Columbina, Primogems and free rewards for 6.3, and so much more, so let's get into it. Second phase of 6.1 is finally out. We have access to ARLECCHINO and Zhongli, and you can get them at a cheap price. All you have to do is enter your UID and the server that you play on, and then when you purchase, the Primogems get sent to your account instantly, under a minute. They also have hundreds of thousands of 5-star reviews and are heavily trusted. Loot bar costs $60 while Genshin costs $100. Definitely always use my link in the top link of my videos to get an extra 25% off. And if you sign up today, you get an additional 10% off coupon that you can use on anything you want to. So give the top link a check, see if there's any good deals on, and see how you like the site. If you guys would like to enter the 16,000 Primogem giveaway, it's ending very soon. You're probably on your last hours or last day to enter, so click the third link in the description. It's completely free. All you have to do is get points, and the more points you get, the higher chance you have of winning. It's kind of like a raffle. Alright, let's get into 6.3 then. First of all, to start it off, let's talk about the release date for 6.3. So 6.3, or Columbina's release date, will officially start around January, and a more specific date would be January 13th or the 14th. February 3rd is when we will be getting the update for the Rite Festival. And in 6.3 for banners, in the first phase we have obviously Columbina. She is the Hydro sub DPS character, here to buff Lunar damage. She's mainly going to be used with Nodcry units. She's Hydro and wields a Catalyst. Here is where the change comes in. Alongside Columbina, we are expecting Skirk, and we still are expecting to see Skirk. It is possible that she may come, but there has been controversy that Escoffia may actually take the rerun placeholder next to Columbina. So right now it's pretty much a battle between Skirk or Escoffia. This is smart because both characters are very wanted, and adding one of these characters into Columbina's banner phase is gonna ramp sales up like crazy. Second phase we have Zabai. Zabai is actually the White Horse Adeptus's official name. They are gonna be a Lunar crystallized character relying off Geo. They're a sub DPS support character. Alongside Zabai, we are expecting Nuvalet. He is also getting his very own 5-star skin that is featured in the Rite Festival, and you can actually get this at a great discount if you buy it when the festival is ongoing. We also have 4-star Aluga, who is from Nodcry. They are an Electro boy. And in this time period, in the Rite Festival, it's also expected that we may possibly be getting the Leeway Chronicled Wish. As we get many years, it could be coming back, so you can have a chance at getting all those old Leeway characters. Now we're going to mainly do some talk regarding Columbina. So Columbina scales with HP, crit, elemental mastery and energy recharge. Signature artifact set buffs Lunar reaction damage. Casting her elemental burst, she opens her eyes, spreads her wings, and deploys a domain called the Domain Expansion. C0 damage output is not low, higher than a C0 for Rina, which is great. Elemental burst has a 20-second duration and a 15-second cooldown. Signature weapon and C4 compensate high energy recharge requirements, and all 6 constellations together give a 20% overall buff to Columbina. Each constellation give an average of a 3% elevation buff each, and Constellation 6 gives a 5% elevation buff. Lunar Crystallize only interacts with Hydro, not Pyro, Electro or Cryo. Now let's get into Columbina's kit, and more specifically her skills and attacks. So Columbina, her E skill, she applies Wet in a small radius around herself and generates XX. When the team triggers a Lunar reaction, then after the next Lunar reaction, XX deals Lunar reaction damage to enemies based on Columbina's max HP. Damage type is determined by whichever Lunar reaction type the enemy previously took the highest damage from. Her elemental burst, she unfolds a field. Inside the field, the entire team gains a percentage Lunar reaction damage bonus. So already we can tell that Columbina is mainly here to be used with Nodcry units. You're not really going to use her for any other units. Definitely can, but you're going to be missing out on a lot of her main purposes, and that is to buff Lunar reaction damage bonus and also deal it herself. So on that topic, let's talk about Columbina and Lunar Bloom and how it works. So when Lauma or Nefer is in the party with Columbina, Verdant Dew cap increases to 6. The increased free Verdant Dew slots are special types of Verdant Dew, and after triggering Lunar Bloom, Ordinary and Special Verdant Dew recover simultaneously, and when consuming Verdant Dew, it prioritizes consuming Special Verdant Dew. Columbina can also consume Verdant Dew to cast charge attacks that deal multiple instances of Lunar Bloom damage, although the damage multiplier is not as high as Nefer's currently. Columbina on her own cannot convert Electrocharge, Bloom or Crystallize into their Lunar variants, and this may be changed in the beta. Now let's get into Columbina's Lunar Charge synergies and buffs. So Columbina's special buff to Lunar Charge simply increases the attack frequency of Thunderclouds. No direct change to the damage formula. Columbina is similar to Inefer. Inefer provides a shield, sub DPS, some buffs, energy generation. Columbina gives everything except for the shield. So don't expect too much buff from Columbina because she's mainly here as a sub DPS. Columbina gives different buffs to free Lunar reactions spread across talents, passives and constellations. A C2 Columbina provides less buff than a C1 R1 Inefer to Lunar Charge. So, can you guys see the problem with Columbina? It seems like she's only fully focused on Lunar reactions. However, we're waiting to hear if she can create or transfer normal elements into Lunar Charge with herself, so that you don't have to pair her with other units. If this is true, possibly Columbina could be one of the strongest characters in the game, and that being only because she doesn't have to rely off other Lunar reaction type teammates. We're going to have to see what happens with her kit, but the problem mainly lies with her being a Nod Cry locked unit and a Lunar reaction damage locked unit. So it's going to be hard to use, other characters with Columbina that aren't from Nod Cry or don't have these buff advantages. And finally, in the second phase of 6.3, obviously we are getting the Lantern Rite Festival. So I have a picture here for the Lantern Rite Festival rewards. We also have more that isn't here, but if you guys take a look, this is the reward / promotion preview. So this isn't officially next year's, this was the year we had this year in 2025, but take this for reference. So obviously we have the limited 5-star skin at the bottom right, that will be New Valette. We also have a free 4-star character outfit. This year's will be Chong Yun. We also have enhanced rewards, Lantern Rite gifts, 10 free intertwined fates when you log in, a free 4-star choice of a character, tons of events and mini games, and there will also be a login event where you can get 10 intertwined fates by logging in. Guys, if you would like to win a Welkin, all you have to do is like, subscribe, comment down below, turn on all notifications for the channel. You have to make sure you have all notifications on, because I can check if you don't, so make sure you do that. And I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.